In this video, let's configure our Flutter project with Firebase. So first thing first, you can open your terminal, and under your terminal, let's move under our desktop and create a new Flutter project. So here I will be writing a new command of Flutter create Flutter Firebase. So you can press enter and a new Flutter project shall be appearing within a few seconds. Now the next step we can perform is move under a Firebase console on your browser. You can add a new project. Let's name the following project to be Flutter Firebase. And yes, we need to enable Google Analytics, so we can press continue. And here you can select your default account and create a new project. Now the process might take several seconds, so let's wait for it. Awesome, our new project is ready, so we can press continue. And under our new project, you can see we can get started by adding Firebase into our app. Now here you can either select iOS, your Android, or similarly for web one. But for now we should be moving with Android one. So here we can go with Android. And here we need to provide a package name of our current Android project. So for that purpose we can go under our desktop and open the following Flutter Firebase project under your Visual Studio Code. So once you have your project opened under your Visual Studio Code, you can move under Android, under app and under source. Here you can move under debug and under Android manifest.xml file. You can copy the following package name and move under a Firebase console and paste it here. Similarly, you can have your Android name. Now the next thing you can see, we need to provide here a debug signing certificate, that is our SHA1 key. Now here you may see I have getting two different keys which are my recent keys. But you know what, I will show you the command for simply getting your SHA1 key or SHA256 key from your system. So for that purpose, here I can open my notepad, and here on my notepad you can see I have here a command for getting the following SHA1 key and also SHA256 key. So we can simply copy the following command, move under our terminal and paste the following command here. Alright, so we have our both of the certificates. So for now I can copy my SHA256 key and paste the following key here. So now we can simply register the following app. Now don't worry, I will be pasting the following command under the description box. So you can simply copy the following command and paste under your Firebase console. So the next thing is about getting the following config file, which is Google Services.json file. So you can simply download the following file from here, and to save it you can move under your desktop where we have saved the following thing. You can move under Flutter Firebase, and here under your project you should be moving under Android, under app, and you should be pasting your file here. Now if I open my Visual Studio Code, you can see a new file shall be appearing to us under our app, which is our Google Services.json file. Cool, so once this thing is done, let's go back. And now we need to simply copy the following dependency, that is a class path. Let's move under our Flutter project, and here you can close up your app, open a build.gradle file and paste the following thing here. So once you have pasted your class path, let's go back under our Flutter console, that is Firebase console. And we need to simply paste the following code under our app level build.gradle file. So I can simply copy the following plugin. Let's go back. Here we can simply move under our app and under build.gradle file, and you can simply paste the following thing here at the bottom. So let's paste it here. After this thing, we shall also requiring the following command of plugin. So you can copy the following thing. So let's go back and paste it here. After having the following thing, we can go back and copy the following dependencies as well of Firebase Analytics. So let's go back under our Flutter project and paste the following thing under the implementation, and same thing goes for this one, that is about Firebase BOM. So you can simply copy this, paste it here, easy thing. So once you have pasted everything, the next short trick that I will be telling to you is about modifying your SDK. So you can make the following minimum SDK version to 20 and also write a new command under your default config. So here I shall be writing multidesk enabled to be true. Now the following command shall be simply enabling the Dalvik version of our application for a multiple core. This shall be very beneficial to us. So let's go back under our Firebase console and simply press the next step. So once we have done this, you can see all of the following functionalities shall be added under our Firebase console. Let's also do one thing, that is add somewhat rules and regulations under our Cloud Firestore. So for now we will be simply creating a new database. So you can simply press next, and under the case of location I will be selecting Asia Northeast. You can select any of the following thing according to you, and the following provisioning method might take some seconds. Cool, so congratulations, our Cloud Firestore is successfully provisioned under our Firebase console. So the next thing we can do is move under our rules, and here you may observe we will be getting a large sheet of all the rules. So under your rules you can simply do one thing, remove the following timestamp thing and allow read and write for our entire Cloud Firestore. So once we have done this, simply publish all the changes. Alright, so once we have done this, let's go under our authentication tab. And under our authentication tab we can get started as well. Alright, so now we can simply set up a sign in method. So you can move here and simply enable our sign in with email and password and press save. The next thing we shall be doing is simply enabling Google Auth as well. No worries, so we can move it again one more time. Come somewhat down and simply configure any of the following email address. So once we have done this, let's also enable Facebook authentication. Yes, we are going to use Facebook authentication as well, but for this purpose you may see a new two keys shall be requiring, which is app ID and app secret, that we will be doing in some later tutorials. So for now we can cancel the following thing from here. So once we have simply enabled authentication, let's go under our cloud storage. Now the location of the cloud storage shall be similar to the location of your database, which is about Asia Northeast. So here under our storage we will be simply adding all of the data, that is images, videos and everything under our storage. Now you can also play with the following rules, so feel free to configure all of your rules. So for now we can simply remove the following auth rule and publish it once. Cool, so once we have done this, we are good to go. So now let's go back under our overview of project. Now this will be our complete overview of our Flutter Firebase project that we shall be implementing in later tutorials. So I hope you have loved this tutorial and you have configured your Firebase with your Flutter project successfully. So in the next tutorial we shall be simply adding all of our functionality under our new project of Flutter Firebase. So till for now, the architecture that we are going to use for our entire series shall be for stacked one. So on your screen you may see a tutorial over stacked architecture, that is basics of stacked architecture. So if you are confused with stack architecture, I recommend you to watch that video first and later watch the following Firebase series. So with that said, if you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and also press that bell icon for all of my videos. You can also connect me on my Instagram, where I shall be posting daily new content of all the Flutter, Dart and Firebase. So with that said, I will see you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.